Child abuse climbs after Friday report cards, a study finds. Child abuse increases the day after school report cards are released, but only when kids get their grades on a Friday, the study reports. The curious findings startled these researchers, who had figured abuse might go up regardless of the specific day that the kids got their grades. But no, that's not the case. Their study of reports to a child abuse hotline that included broken bones, burns, and other confirmed abuse found otherwise. An increase only occurred on Saturdays after a report card came out on Friday. Though overall rates were small, there were almost 4 times more cases on those Saturdays than on any other Saturday ever. No apparent connection between the report cards and the abuse. The abuse was found on other days of the week. Here's a quote. Anecdotally, we know a lot of parents will spank their children or use corporal punishment if they're unsatisfied with their schoolwork. That punishment may become abusive when kids don't have school the next day, apparently, and parents think that the injuries might be more likely to go unnoticed. Oh, doing some weekend beatings. Be like, I'm bleeding, Mom. Yeah, it'll dry up by Monday. They also say this is a benefit that it goes unnoticed because teachers are required to report suspected child abuse. But it also could be that severe punishment is less likely on weekdays when parents are just too busy to focus on a beating and report cards. You guys parents, do you guys like to do the beating during the week or on the weekends? I want to know. I'm trying to think of when I most got beat. I never got beat for a report card, that's for sure. I got beat for doing a lot of devious shit, mostly lying about where I was going and then going somewhere else. That's kind of like, that was my thing. That's pretty wild. There was an average of slightly more than 0.6 cases of abuse per 100,000 children on Saturdays after a report card Friday compared with slightly less than 0.2 cases per 100,000 on other Saturdays. The average was less than 1 per day because so many days were included in the analysis. This is pretty wild. Yeah, I don't know where to go with this. Obviously, I'm doing this. Today's stories are, by the way, all about beating the children. So I hope you don't find it too alarming. But I gotta admit, when I read this study, I thought to myself, I thought they weren't beating the kids anymore. Isn't that a thing that everyone agreed not to do? I just thought that's what was going on. Do any of you guys hit your kids? I thought that kind of went away. I thought my generation was the last one to get hit. That's what I thought. And I've said these sorts of things. I've even talked about it on stage. How I got abused as a kid and how that made me the man I am now. I tell a story about how I've once found a very early baby picture of me. I'm adorable. I'm naked. Just about. I'm about to get my diaper changed, it looks like. I'm on a bed of some sort. And then right next to my head, this close to my head, about 6 inches away from my face, is a filled to the brim ashtray. Like, that's the kind of abuse I got. My mom chain smoked 20 cigarettes while she was breastfeeding me and feeding my diaper. Good times, good times. So anyways, I thought the hitting of the kids has gone away. Maybe you guys can bring some light to the situation because I'm not a parent. I just assumed that this was not happening anymore. But maybe you are still hitting your kids. If you do, when do you do it? Do you do it for grades? And are you a weekend smacker? Huh? Do you like to hit your kid on a weekend? Perhaps you use a stun gun on a Saturday? I want to know what are your beating patterns? This is outrageous. I can't believe I'm talking about this. Hey, call Weird AF News 646-450-2012. It's the holidays. Give your kids a nice holiday beating today. Disclaimer: Weird AF News does not condone beating of your children.